Somewhere in China, a village of 1,000 people vanished overnight. No bodies, no explanation, just silence. Just miles away, an entire ancient city still sits frozen beneath a lake, untouched for over 60 years. These aren't legends from centuries past. They're real places people still live near today. In the next few minutes, you'll see 10 villages where time itself seems to have stopped, and one story might genuinely disturb you. The village of 1,000 people that vanished overnight. Deep in the mountains of Shanxi province, there is a story that still sends chills down the spines of locals today. According to a widely circulated legend, sometime in 1987, a small village of about 1,000 residents simply disappeared in a single night. The story goes like this. Villagers reportedly saw strange lights flickering above the hills just before sunset. Shortly after, many claimed to see snakes slithering out from every corner of the village, moving in unusual patterns, as if fleeing from something unseen. By the next morning, the entire village was empty. No bodies, no signs of struggle, no explanation, just silence. Local folklore offers several explanations. Some believe it was a supernatural warning, an omen tied to disturbed ancestral land. Others whisper about hidden military testing in the region during the Cold War era, suggesting the disappearance may have been a covered-up evacuation rather than anything paranormal. To this day, no official government record has ever confirmed this event, and no verified news source from that period has been located. Chinese historians and journalists who have investigated similar rural folktales note that many such stories evolved from oral traditions, exaggerated over decades of retelling. Still, the legend persists across Chinese internet forums, especially among younger generations, rediscovering it in recent years. As of 2026, the story continues to resurface on Chinese social media platforms, often paired with dramatized reenactments and unverified photographs claiming to show the abandoned village. Whether myth or half-forgotten history, this tale remains one of the most talked about rural mysteries linked to Shaanxi's remote mountain villages, standing as a chilling reminder of how quickly a place can fade from memory. The Sunken City. Frozen beneath a lake. Beneath the calm, emerald waters of Qiandao Lake in Zhejiang Province lies a secret that most travelers sailing across the surface would never suspect. Hidden nearly 90 feet underwater rests an entire ancient city, remarkably preserved, almost frozen in time. This is Xicheng, once known as Lion City, a settlement believed to have been founded around 1,300 years ago during the Eastern Han Dynasty. For centuries, it thrived as a political and economic center, filled with grand archways, stone carvings, and residential structures reflecting the architectural styles of 5 different Chinese dynasties. In 1959, the Chinese government made the decision to construct a massive hydroelectric dam. To build the reservoir, an entire valley containing Xicheng and a neighboring town had to be flooded. Around 290,000 residents were relocated, and the city was deliberately submerged, vanishing beneath what is now called Qiandao Lake, or Thousand Island Lake. For decades, the city was forgotten, until divers rediscovered it in 2001. What they found stunned archaeologists. Because the underwater environment protected the structures from wind, rain, and sunlight, the carvings, wooden beams, and stonework remained in extraordinary condition, some looking almost untouched by time. Today, Xicheng has become a destination for certified divers, often nicknamed the Atlantis of the East. Local legends also claim the surrounding waters are haunted by spirits of those who once lived there. As of 2026, Chinese heritage authorities continue exploring possibilities for expanded diving tourism and underwater preservation technology, aiming to protect this rare site while allowing more people to witness a civilization that time swallowed but never destroyed. The ancient village, shaped like a water buffalo. Nestled at the foot of Mount Huangshan in Anhui Province lies Sunken, a village so carefully designed that its entire layout takes the shape of a resting water buffalo. This is not a modern architectural trend. It is a design dating back more than 900 years to the Song dynasty. According to local records, the village was reimagined during the Ming dynasty by the wealthy Wang clan, who envisioned an ingenious water system rather than a simple decorative layout. A hill at the edge of the village represents the buffalo's head. Two ancient trees standing tall resemble its horns. The winding stream flowing through the village forms its intestines, while a crescent-shaped pond in the village center serves as its stomach. A larger lake nearby completes the design, symbolizing the buffalo's belly. This water system was far more than symbolic. Streams were engineered to flow directly through nearly every household, providing water for cooking, cleaning, and daily life, centuries before modern plumbing existed. Even today, many of these channels remain functional, still carrying fresh water exactly as they did hundreds of years ago. Sunken gained major international attention after being featured as a filming location in the acclaimed movie Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, drawing global travelers eager to see its misty ponds and white-walled homes with their signature dark-tiled roofs. In 2000, Sunken was officially inscribed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, alongside the nearby village of Chidi. As of 2026, Sunken continues to welcome visitors year-round, though local authorities have introduced stricter daily visitor limits to protect the fragile 900-year-old water system, ensuring this living relic of ancient engineering survives for future generations to witness. The walled city that time could not erase. In Shanxi Province stands Pingyao, one of the best preserved ancient walled cities in all of China, with a history stretching back roughly 2,700 years. Its massive stone and earthen walls, rising nearly 40 feet high and stretching for about 4 miles, still encircle the old town exactly as they did centuries ago. Pingyao reached its golden age during the Ming and Qing dynasties, transforming into one of the most important financial centers in the entire country. In 1823, the city became home to China's very first draft bank, essentially an early version of a modern financial institution, allowing merchants to transfer large sums of money safely across vast distances without physically carrying silver. At its peak, Pingyao's banking network handled transactions connecting nearly half of the nation's wealth. Walking through Pingyao today feels like stepping directly into a living museum. Cobblestone streets wind past centuries-old tea houses, wooden courtyard homes, and towering watchtowers. Many of these former banks and trading houses have been converted into museums, allowing visitors to see original vaults, account ledgers, and security systems designed to protect merchant fortunes. As night falls, thousands of red lanterns illuminate the narrow alleyways, casting a warm glow across rooftops that have remained largely unchanged for hundreds of years. In 1997, Pingyao was officially recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, cementing its status as a national treasure. As of 2026, Pingyao continues to attract millions of visitors annually, and local preservation authorities have expanded restoration funding to protect its ancient walls from erosion, ensuring this remarkable relic of Chinese financial history endures for centuries to come. The Water Town. where boats still rule the streets. In Jiangsu province lies Zhouchuang, a settlement so intricately woven with waterways that travelers often call it the Venice of the East. With a history stretching back more than 900 years, this water town has remained remarkably faithful to its original design, built almost entirely around a network of canals rather than roads. During the Ming and Qing dynasties, Zhouchuang flourished as a bustling trade hub. Wealthy merchants constructed elaborate mansions directly along the water's edge, using intricately carved stone bridges and detailed woodwork to display their prosperity. Today, the town still preserves over 100 courtyard homes dating back to those two dynasties, along with 14 stone bridges, some of which are more than 600 years old. Perhaps the most iconic of these is the Shuangqiao Bridge, often nicknamed the Key Bridge, because its two connected arches resemble an old-fashioned key when viewed from above. This bridge became internationally famous after Chinese artist Chen Yifei painted it, and the artwork was later gifted to American business leader Armand Hammer, who presented it to Chinese leadership as a diplomatic gesture, boosting global recognition of the town. Even now, local boatmen continue poling traditional wooden vessels through the narrow canals, transporting goods and residents exactly as their ancestors did centuries earlier. Locals still wash clothes and vegetables directly from stone steps leading into the water, a daily ritual passed down through generations. As of 2026, Zhouchuang welcomes several million visitors each year, and local authorities have invested heavily in canal cleaning technology to preserve water quality, ensuring this centuries-old water town continues flowing gently into the future, much like it always has. The Lost Civilization. With alien-like bronze faces. In Sichuan province, near the city of Chengdu, lies one of the most baffling archaeological discoveries in Chinese history. Known as Sunken, this site revealed evidence of an advanced civilization dating back roughly 3,000 years, one that appears strikingly different from anything else uncovered in ancient China. The discovery began in 1986, when workers stumbled upon two mysterious pits filled with extraordinary artifacts. Inside were massive bronze masks with strange, exaggerated features, including eyes that protrude outward several inches, almost resembling telescopic lenses. Alongside these masks, archaeologists uncovered golden scepters, enormous bronze trees believed to represent cosmic worldviews, and dozens of ivory tusks, some over 6 feet long. What makes Sunken so puzzling is that its artistic style shares almost no similarities with other Bronze Age cultures found elsewhere in China during the same era. This has led researchers to believe it developed largely in isolation, possibly influenced by trade routes stretching far beyond China's traditional borders. For decades, archaeologists could not explain why this advanced civilization suddenly disappeared. However, more recent research suggests a powerful earthquake may have struck the region roughly 3,000 years ago, triggering massive landslides that rerouted a critical river. The community depended on for survival, forcing the population to relocate elsewhere. Excavations resumed with renewed intensity, and by the 2020s, researchers had uncovered 6 additional sacrificial pits using advanced technology, including climate-controlled excavation chambers, to protect fragile artifacts during removal. As of 2026, archaeologists continue analyzing thousands of fragments, and a newly expanded Sunken Museum now displays some of these findings, though scholars admit the true origins and beliefs behind this mysterious lost civilization remain far from fully understood. The Tibetan village, frozen in ice for 1,000 years. High in the mountains, near the border of Tibet, lies a remote village where life has continued almost unchanged for over 1,000 years, despite enduring some of the harshest winter conditions found anywhere in China. Surrounded by snow-capped peaks and thin mountain air, this settlement sits at an elevation of roughly 13,000 feet, where temperatures can plunge to nearly -20 degrees Fahrenheit during winter months. Historical records suggest the village traces its roots back to the height of the ancient Tibetan Empire, when trade routes connected remote mountain communities to distant regions through treacherous mountain passes. Because of its extreme isolation, modern development arrived here far later than in most of China, allowing centuries-old traditions to survive largely intact. Homes in the village are built using thick stone walls and packed earth, a construction method passed down through countless generations, designed specifically to trap warmth during brutal winters. Many families still rely on yak herding as their primary source of income, exactly as their ancestors did centuries earlier. Butter tea, spun prayer wheels, and hand-woven wool clothing remain central to daily life. Religious devotion also plays a powerful role in the community. Prayer flags line rooftops and mountain paths, believed to carry blessings across the valley with every gust of wind. Many residents make pilgrimages to nearby monasteries that have stood for hundreds of years, some predating the village itself. As of 2026, improved mountain roads have slowly connected the village to nearby towns, bringing limited electricity and cellular access for the first time. However, local elders have expressed concern about preserving traditional customs as younger generations gain increasing exposure to modern technology, making this remote frozen village a fragile bridge between an ancient past and an uncertain future. The Wooden Town, where lanterns glow over the river. Along the banks of the Tuojiang River in Hunan Province lies Fenghuang, an ancient town whose name translates to Phoenix, inspired by two nearby mountains said to resemble a phoenix descending to drink from the river below. With a history spanning over 400 years, this town remains one of the most visually striking examples of traditional riverside architecture still standing in China today. What makes Fenghuang particularly unique is its collection of stilt houses, wooden structures built directly above the water on tall supporting beams. This architectural style, developed by the Miao and Tujia ethnic minorities, allowed residents to live safely above seasonal flooding while maintaining direct access to the river for daily activities like fishing, washing clothes, and transporting goods by small wooden boats. The town also preserves nearly 120 historical sites, including ancient city walls dating back to the Qing dynasty, stone bridges, and narrow cobblestone alleyways lined with traditional shops selling hand-woven textiles and silver jewelry, a craft the Miao people have practiced for generations. As evening falls, Fenghuang transforms dramatically. Thousands of red lanterns illuminate the wooden buildings, casting warm reflections across the flowing river below, while traditional folk music echoes from riverside tea houses, creating an atmosphere many visitors describe as stepping directly into a painting from Imperial China. Beyond its architecture, Fenghuang remains a living cultural center. Traditional festivals, including vibrant Miao ethnic celebrations, featuring elaborate silver headdresses and folk dances, continue to be performed for both locals and travelers throughout the year. As of 2026, local authorities have expanded riverside lighting and preservation funding to protect the centuries-old stilt houses from water damage, ensuring this glowing river town continues honoring its 400-year-old traditions for generations still to come. The secret underground city beneath Beijing. Beneath the busy streets of modern Beijing lies a hidden world few outsiders ever knew existed, known as Dixia Cheng, or the Underground City. This vast network of tunnels stretches for what some estimates suggest could be over 60 miles, though the exact scale has never been fully disclosed to the public. Construction began in the late 1960s, during a period of heightened tension between China and the Soviet Union. Fearing a potential nuclear attack, the government mobilized ordinary citizens, students, and workers to dig by hand, using simple tools like shovels and baskets. Over the course of roughly 10 years, an underground refuge capable of sheltering an estimated 300,000 to 400,000 people was completed. The tunnels reportedly connected key government buildings, and according to widespread accounts, some passageways were built wide enough to allow the movement of small vehicles or emergency transport. Inside, the underground city contained restaurants, medical clinics, schools, warehouses, and even a roller skating rink, designed to allow long-term survival away from the surface. For years, this underground network remained classified, known only through rumors. It was eventually opened to limited tourism in the 20th century, before being closed again for safety and structural reasons. As of 2026, most sections remain sealed off from the public, though historians and urban explorers continue researching declassified documents to map its true extent. Some sections are believed to still exist beneath residential areas, largely forgotten by the city above. This hidden underground world stands as a haunting reminder of an era shaped by fear, secrecy, and survival, a silent structure resting just beneath the feet of millions of people going about their daily lives, unaware of what lies below. A nation holding on to nearly 3,000 ancient towns. Across the vast landscape of China, there exist an estimated 2,800 ancient towns and villages, each carrying its own distinct history, architecture, and cultural identity. This staggering number reveals something remarkable about the country. Despite decades of rapid modernization, skyscrapers, and high-speed development, China has managed to preserve an enormous living archive of its past. Among these thousands of settlements, several have earned recognition on the UNESCO World Heritage List, including the ancient city of Lijiang in Yunnan Province, known for its intricate canal systems and Naxi ethnic culture, and the walled city of Pingyao in Shanxi, celebrated for its role in shaping early Chinese banking history. The Hakka earthen roundhouses of Yongding, built as fortified communal homes, and the water villages of Hongkun and Shidi in Anhui Province also stand among this select group, recognized globally for their architectural uniqueness and historical significance. What makes this preservation effort particularly impressive is the diversity it protects. From snow-covered Tibetan mountain villages to canal-laced water towns, from underground defense tunnels to sunken cities neath modern lakes, each location tells a completely different chapter of China's long and complicated history. As of 2026, the Chinese government continues expanding funding toward heritage conservation, digital mapping projects, and controlled tourism policies designed to protect these fragile sites from overcrowding and environmental damage. In the end, these thousands of ancient towns are far more than tourist destinations. They stand as living proof that even as a nation races toward the future, pieces of its distant past can still survive, breathe, and welcome anyone curious enough to step back in time. From ancient bronze faces buried for millennia to villages still glowing under red lanterns tonight, China's frozen-in-time corners prove history never truly disappears. It simply waits to be rediscovered. Which of these 10 places would you want to explore first? Let us know in the comments below.